whole grains. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats contain gluten. Gluten is a protein. A protein is a long chain of amino acids. It's like a string of pearls. And it's the stomach's job to break that string of pearls, liberate the individual amino acids, which are essential nutrients. But the chemical bonds which hold the amino acids of gluten together are really, really difficult for most people's stomach acid to break. So if you eat a whole wheat sandwich, you chew it up, you swallow it, it goes down into your stomach, and the acid in your stomach tries to break the string of pearls of the protein in the gluten, but it can't do it. So now, instead of individual amino acids tumbling through the small intestine, which is the next stage of digestion, you get these big, complicated architectural strings of proteins, undigested protein. Now, your small intestine's job is to absorb the nutrients that your stomach has just turned into liquid into the bloodstream. And your small intestine does that through tiny tissue called villi. They're like octopus arms. And the job of the villi is to grab onto a nutrient and bring it into the bloodstream, right? Well, when the villi attempts to grab onto an individual amino acid, no problemo. But when the villi attempts to grab onto a long, complicated chain of unbroken amino acids, they become destroyed or they become inflamed. Now, it's the villi's job to absorb nutrients, which leads to one of life's greatest ironies. The more whole grains you eat, the harder it is for your body to absorb the nutrients that your stomach just digested. So not only are the foods minerally deficient because the soils are minerally deficient, but your body's ability to absorb what little nutrition there is in the food is extremely compromised because you listened to General Mills, Procter & Gamble, Monsanto, and the people that make the food. It's a bad idea to let the people who make the food give you advice about what food to eat. 4 of the most dangerous foods on planet Earth: wheat, barley, rye, and oats. My recommendation for everybody 100% across the board: stop eating these foods completely for 4 weeks in a row. 4 weeks. 4 weeks in a row. 28 days. Then, on day 29, eat a lot of gluten. Have pancakes for breakfast, have a sandwich for lunch, have cookies and crackers, have pasta for dinner, and see how you feel. And as God is my witness, if you make it to lunch without something bad happening, I'll eat my hat. This is one of the most overlooked net negative health things in the country right now. This is a deadly combination of not enough minerals in the food, period, and then interrupting your body's ability to absorb what little nutrients there are. And this is why chronic diseases are accelerating, like autism, right? We believe autism is caused by bad nutrition in the blood of the pregnant mother. As the fetus is developing, it needs raw materials to make a brain, make a heart, make a liver, make a kidney. You can't make that out of pixie dust and air. The body needs 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. But they're not in the blood of the mother because she's eating whole wheat cereal and skim milk and margarine and is avoiding salt like the plague. So, from the proper perspective, with all of the data points, it all starts to make sense. But because the MDs are trained in an old-fashioned, outdated, archaic, dangerous understanding of the human body, they completely miss all of the most important things. So their job, again, is not to fix the problem. You know, you can't fix a nutrient deficiency disease with a drug. You can manage it, which is better than suffering from the disease, I guess. But it's better, don't you think, especially in the United States of America, to try to get to the root cause of what's causing the problem and fix it? And that's what we do.